Hey there, you're watching Go Island in the Key of Sea.
Aaron Visya Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Visya Financial.
Well, hello there, you are watching Go Island, the Key of Sea edition. And if you don't know what the Key of Sea is, well, you're about to find out because this is the first Key of Sea Music Festival being held right here in Spirit Square at Harbour Quay on Canada Day. Yet another Canada Day event. From Friday right until Tuesday at 9 o'clock, there is going to be something to do every minute in Port Alberni, and the Key of Sea is one that you can't miss. Now, there's one person that has spearheaded this, the brains behind the whole thing, is Glenn Walushka, and of course I have him here. Glenn, how you doing?
Very, very well, Nancy. Thanks so much.
Now, it's such an exciting event. Tell me a little bit about where the idea for Key of Sea came from.
The interesting thing about KSC is that this particular spot here in Spirit Square has been home to music and home to a lot of the people in Port Alberni over the years, in the evenings, in the afternoons, on a beautiful, bright, sunny day, long before the idea of KFC ever took place. And it seemed like what we wanted to do was kind of celebrate the music, the vast and very eclectic musical talent of this valley, and bring it all together on a special day, which is Canada Day, and a special place which has been designed specifically for this kind of purpose. I mean, we're in a fantastic venue. We have a tremendous array of talent here in the valley, and we're going to showcase it all, 18 different acts on Canada Day from noon till probably 10 or 11 o'clock at night till the last people go home.
Wow. That's hours and hours of music, a lot of it original music. Alberni Valley musicians. It's going to be fabulous. And right behind us, the gateway to Spirit Square, this is where you're going to set the stage up.
That's going to be the main stage. Yeah, what we're going to be doing is running every half hour, on the half hour, a different act. And we're going to be actually filming and recording it. Hopefully as the first annual, this is going to be something we can look forward to going back and revisiting and putting into the annals of history for Port Alberni as one of these special events that's going to help bring people back to the valley and help people realize all across Canada, throughout this province, what a wonderful place we have here.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself. We've got lots more to talk about here because this inaugural Key of Sea event is going to be something you're going to want to know all the details about. But first, we've got a couple of stories to tell you about. Jose Arujo is going to get us in the mood for another big event that's happening this weekend. And Jenny Fortin met a couple of very disciplined young people. Welcome back. You are still watching Go Island. We are still here in the sunshine at Spirit Square down at Harbour Quay, talking about the Key of Sea Festival, a music festival that's happening on Canada Day, July 1st from 1 till 9 o'clock. And Glenn Walushka, the brains behind the whole outfit, has been telling us about it. What an opportunity this is to showcase some of the valley's talent. And Glenn, we were talking a little bit before the cameras turned on. You're hoping people will bring blankets and lawn chairs down and make themselves comfortable.
Absolutely. If you've been to a traditional music festival, people are used to the idea of throwing a tarp down in the ground and maybe packing a bit of a picnic lunch and bringing some low-back lawn chairs. And we'd like to stress that in order to make sure that you don't hinder the view of the people behind you, please try to use low-back chairs, and if not, be prepared to sit at the back. But we want people to come down starting at noon, even before, on Tuesday afternoon on Canada Day. There will be face painting for the kids. There's going to be clowns. There's going to be balloon animals. There's going to be a few little giveaways, Canada Day flags and face tattoos, Canada tattoos for some of the early participants, those kinds of things. And we want to really make it a day for people. So we've got an opportunity here to spend 9 hours listening to some of the best music you could probably imagine anywhere. And it's happening for free. If we compare this to what's happening, say, at the Vancouver Island Music Fest, where people are spending up to $200 for a weekend pass, and they've been sold out for a month. Even a day pass is $80 or $90. We're getting 9 hours of tremendous talent here, all donated. All of the time is donated by the musicians, by the performers, by the volunteers, by the organizers, and with good support from the City of Port Alberni and the Parks and Recreation Department and the merchants here in Harbour Quay.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get much better than this. Talk about free family fun. 9 hours? 9 hours of free entertainment. And we're going to talk a little bit about who some of those musicians are in just a few minutes, because I've heard some of them play. You've heard some of them play on Go Island, and there is some real talent here. But first, we've got a few more stories for you. We're going to follow Jenny Fortin as she meets up with the Art Rave Society as they get ready for the Canada Day Parade. Well, hello again. You are still watching Go Island, the Key of C edition. And just like I promised you, we have a musician to talk to who's going to be performing at the Key of C. Some of you might know him, Chance Brown. And Chance, it's so cool that you're going to be at this festival.
It is. It's going to be a great little festival.
So I understand, what's your band's name?
5038.
What's the story behind that?
Well, it's just the number of the place we jam at, so we needed a name really quick, and that's what came out.
So is this the first time 5038 has performed publicly together?
It is.
So how cool is that?
I don't know, you saying?
So why do you think it's valuable for a young group like yourself to be performing in a public venue like this?
Well, I think it's just great to get out that new musicians are playing everywhere, and they're going to be the next generation of music, so.
No kidding. And you know, earlier on, Glenn, the brains of the outfit, Glenn Walushka, was talking about how much talent, how much musical talent there is in the Valley. It's just amazing, isn't it?
It absolutely is, and you know, it incorporates almost all the different kinds of genres. I mean, we've got everything from the old-time fiddlers and some of the old-time music being played by some of the bands. We've also got some real rock and roll type things. We've got Chance, who's actually a very bluesy kind of singer, and you're going to see some Mick Jagger kinds of moves that you probably haven't seen in a long time. There's also people like Larry Johannesson and his family. So if you saw Wizard of Oz, you're going to hear Dorothy singing. You're going to hear the Not So Cowardly Lion close out the show singing The Summer of '69. You're going to hear Marilyn Smith, who was on stage, main stage at Sunfest last year. Dennis Olson, who's just an absolutely prolific classical guitar player. Also probably going to be bringing in some of his Santana kinds of slides toward the end of his show, and a number of groups that the Valley hasn't heard before, as well as a bunch that they have and have certainly come to enjoy and love.
Just an amazing lineup, and 18 performers, 18
different acts throughout the day.
Throughout the night. You can get a full schedule of those acts at keyofc.ca. QUAYOFSEA.ca. Yeah, Music in the Key of C will have the lineup and the schedule published and a bit of information about all the different groups and bands and bios, and it will not be the same without the public being here on Canada Day. We're guaranteeing a beautiful sunny day and lots of things for everybody to do right from noon probably through till 10, 11 o'clock at night. Unbelievable free entertainment on Canada Day right here in Spirit Square from 1 to 9 o'clock. Thank you so much for putting this together. It's just been such a pleasure to talk to you.
Thank you so much, Nancy.
Well, we're almost at the end of our show, but before I say goodbye, we do have a couple more stories for you. Well, that does bring us to the end of another Go Island. And I've got to say, what a great way to kick off the summer. So much going on. The Fantastic Music Festival happening this very weekend. The Slow Pitch Okie Dokie Tournament. The Canada Day Parade. Folk Fest at Glenwood Centre. And the Key of C right here at Spirit Square on Canada Day from 1 to 9. Until we meet again, be good to each other.
Aaron Vissia Financial Go Island is brought to you by Aaron Vissia Financial, supporting community and providing personalized advice and service to clients since 1996. Our team is ready to help you with your financial future.